What's going on, everyone? This is Sean Mitchell from Co-Listings Real Estate, and this is your September 2021 real estate market update. I'm smiling and semi-laughing because it's been since April since I've done one of these, and for all for good reasons. It's just been busy with real estate, and I've also been busy with life and enjoying life in the summertime, the great weather, and making lots of memories. So I apologize if you've been one of those people who've been wondering what's going on with the market and why hasn't Sean sent out a real estate market update video. You're in luck because I've got some interesting stats, charts, and some commentary on what's going on in the Denver metro market. So let's go ahead and jump in and talk about some of the things that we'll cover in this video. First up on the list is median days on market, then single family months of housing inventory, number of new listings, median sale price, mortgage rates, and the Denver area unemployment rate. Now, I typically would take questions after this from online, from social, from all of you who are watching, but I just want to get this one out, and then maybe this next month I can field some questions. So if you do have questions, put them in the comments, and I'll save them and address them in the next video. Let's go ahead and jump in. Median days on market for August 2021 is 5 days, average 10 days. And as you can see here, we've just got this wild looking chart here. Over on the left, we're looking at January 2014, and over on the right is last month, August 2021. And you can see here that 2021 has just been so peculiar and so odd in so many ways, and this is one of those pieces of data that just is mind-blowing. Never have we seen something like this where houses have been flying off the market so quickly, and I'm just mind-blown. And I think everyone that I speak with in the industry is also feeling the same way. This makes a little bit of sense if you're a buyer in the market as to why it's been so challenging for you to get a house under contract. Houses just are not staying very long, and you've got quite a bit of competition with trying to get a house under contract. Next up is months of housing inventory for single-family homes. We're sitting at 1 month, and almost this entire year we've been going back and forth between 1 month and less than 1 month of inventory. You can see over on the right, that is indicative. And then over on the left, of course, you've got way back to 2011, where it used to be, in the good old days, we'd have more than a year of inventory to pick from. Next up is number of new listings, and we're sitting at 4,187. In June of this year, we hit an all-time high for number of new listings at 5,534. The last all-time high, you have to go all the way back to 2019, which hit 5,446. So we've really been struggling with number of new listings on the market, and it's great to see that more people are putting their houses on the market, although it's not enough. Next up is median sale price, and for the Denver metro area, that's $578,300 with an average of $677,809. And if you're like me, you're just thinking, could this get any higher? And the likelihood is high, I think, that this will continue to grow. So when you look at this chart, you get a very precise view into what has actually been going on in 2021, which is this remarkable bidding over asking price and houses selling for $50,000 to $100,000 over, with inspection waivers and appraisal gap coverage, buyers bringing in additional cash to cover any potential appraisal gap that may happen because buyers are offering so much over asking price. And you might be thinking, are we going to continue to see this? Is this going to be the new normal? And I think we'll see a little bit of quieting down as we enter into the fall and winter of this year, but I expect for things to be equally competitive. The Denver metro area is just a really popular area. You've got a lot of clients, especially my clients, who are moving in from out of state, buying properties, and it just creates quite a bit of competition for those that are shopping, especially at lower price points. Next up is mortgage rates, and the 30-year fix is sitting at 2.86. The 15-year fixed is 2.12, and the 5/1 adjustable at 2.51. Looking 12 months back, you can kind of see that things have sort of been relatively calm, but when you look 10 years back, you can get a picture here for why it's so appealing to borrow money at this point. We're at historic lows, and it makes a lot of sense as long as you're in a good financial position and your credit looks pretty stable. And the unemployment rate, which is something that I think is also important to consider when looking at the overall market. If you've got a job, hopefully you can afford a house. If you don't have a job, you're probably not in the position to be able to purchase a home. And the Denver metro area unemployment is sitting at 6%, and that is compared to a national average of 5.4%. This is looking at July 2021 data. And I'd still like to see this a bit lower. You can look at back in 2019, pre-pandemic, we were one of the states and cities that had one of the lowest unemployment rates, and we haven't yet gone down to that point from 2019, but hopefully that's going to happen soon, because you need a job in order to buy or sell, to be honest. So what's my overall outlook for the rest of the year? I think that we're going to continue to struggle with tight inventory. Buyers who are shopping may see a little bit of relief in terms of other buyers that they're competing with, but I still expect it to be very, very competitive, and it may not be $50,000 over, but I would expect to pay over asking price in most situations unless the house is just overpriced. But based on my experience over the last several months, things are still really competitive. I do think that we'll continue to see sellers put their houses on the market more than we usually do for the fall and the winter, having confidence that they're going to get a high price for their house. And that's going to be good for shoppers. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to satisfy all of the buyers that we have here looking for houses? Probably not. But if you're a buyer in this market, just be patient, and I'm confident that you will find the house that fits and addresses your needs. And then for the beginning of 2022, I kind of have this gut feeling that we will see something like what we did earlier this year, where there's just an intense rush of people trying to get into houses and willing to pay well over asking price. So do get ready for that. I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. I could be wrong, but I think that based on what I'm seeing anecdotally is that there are a lot of people moving here. There are a lot of buyers who have good jobs, stable jobs, and are ready and willing to fight for those houses that they really, really like. So that wraps up the September 2021 real estate market update for the Denver metro area. My name is Sean Mitchell with Co-Listings. If you're considering buying or selling, I'd love to apply for the job. Feel free and reach out to me with the contact info at the end of this video. And if you've got a question, feel free and put it in the comments and I'll address it on the next market update. Catch everyone on the next one.